Mayor of
in your
El
border town, how does
Cajon,
it affect
California on
Since
open borders.
October, we've had over 250,000 drop-offs in San Diego, these street releases.
So a lot of the funds and a lot of taxpayer dollars are going to fund a lot of the immigration and the homeless crisis, would you say here?
Oh, absolutely. The County of San Diego already spent $6 million on a migrant welcome center, which I'm not sure why we need that, but they've just allocated another $19 million for that. But, there are also costs that you don't see. Everybody that comes across, whether they're a citizen or not, is entitled to full health care. And that even includes having sex change operations. But that's an expense for the whole family. People that come over with kids are put up in hotels. Those hotels cost $8,000 to $10,000 per month, and that's paid for by the city. Now there's a bill in California that says that if you're an illegal alien, you can get free college tuition, even a 20% down on a house. These are things that American citizens are not getting.
And why are these people getting it and American citizens are not getting those benefits?
I think the main reason is in California, you have a supermajority of Democrats in the legislature. That means that Republicans have absolutely no say. There are a lot of Republicans in California, but the big cities, the big population centers overwhelm the rest of the state of California and send nothing but Democrats to the legislature, who then make these kind of, and most of us think, insane laws.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like your hands are tied as being the mayor here with trying to run the city and use the funds and allocate them in a safe place while the federal government, and it sounds like Gavin Newsom, is giving out all these freebies to all these migrants?
Well, absolutely. It's by design, because normally if there were any kind of a crisis that were happening, we would have coordination between the local government and the federal government and the state government. But we have absolutely no communication with anybody from the feds. They won't tell us when people are coming or how many are coming or why they're coming. Our police officers, by law, aren't even allowed to have a discussion with the Border Patrol or any ICE enforcement. So it's not by accident. They don't want us involved. They don't want us stopping the process, because the whole idea is to have a free-flowing border.
And why would they want to have a free-flowing border?
Well, a lot of people argue about that. I think that the main reason is that by flooding more people into the country, they're going to go to population centers with a high Democrat presence. Places like San Diego, Chicago, New York. When that happens, if they get counted in the 2030 census, more congressional seats will be allocated as a result of that. And when more congressional seats are allocated in dark blue areas, then those dark blue areas will elect dark blue candidates that will go to Washington and then overwhelm federal House representatives like it has the state houses.
Okay, so maybe they might not be able to vote, however, with them being there, they're able to raise the numbers of electoral votes in their areas, or? Yeah,
I think that's what we're talking about, congressional seats.
Congressional seats.
And then they'll control the government forever.
Right now it's affecting us a lot. However, in 2030, when that census comes through, that's when we're really going to see the effect.
That's when people are going to wake up and say, well, how did this happen? You may have seen a report I did earlier where I showed hundreds of document cards from China. Mm-hmm. And we're not in a friendly position with China. Our country is in some kind of a Cold War with China. They're flooding the country with young military-age men. I don't know why they're here. I don't know why they need to come from China. It seems to have lots of jobs in China. They're manufacturing a lot. Mm-hmm. Why do they need to come to America? And I think the answer is some of that is people are being brought over to be embedded into our culture, that they can be activated whenever needed. If China needs people to go in and attack individuals, attack groups, attack the water system, attack the electrical grid, commit industrial espionage. The problem is we don't know. And it seems like our federal government is playing very fast and loose. Crazy.
Yeah, where are these Chinese people going after they cross the border?
Well, we don't know.
Is there anybody that's tracking them to see where they are going?
Not that anybody will tell us. It's possible that there's... When they get picked up by the Border Patrol, they get taken down to the trolley stations in San Diego. When they're dropped off at the trolley stations, then they're picked up by NGOs and non-governmental organizations, people who get paid to disperse them. And then they're taken off in all different directions. They're very secretive. They won't tell us where they're going. They won't tell us, what their purpose is. And then they just kind of disappear into the landscape. So, I think that there's something to be concerned about.
Interesting. And these NGOs